All right, shalom, shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. I want to start off this lesson by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Wakakadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone who rule well and have taught me this word in truth and sincerity. And peace and mercy to the hopeful elect that also push this word in truth and sincerity, starting with 144,000, of course, as well as you little mountains sisters that believe. Peace and mercy to you and your household. So, yeah, I'm coming at you again with a quick lesson. So on the word concert, right? And basically, I was impressed to do this lesson because I'm based out here in Toronto. And if you know anything about Toronto, the god of this godforsaken land is, it seems to be Drake. And he just recently had his concert. It was all a blurb concert, and that's all I could hear about when I came back to work. When I went back to work, all I could hear about this Drake concert. That's all I could see on social media. Drake concert. So, it's funny enough because I went to go look up. The Spirit impressed me to look up the word concert, and lo and behold, man, this is just what it shows you. And it's funny, man, because here, Jake, here we have wars happening across the world. Inflation is on an all-time high, and it's going to get even worse. And the economy is just crashing. It's circling in a drain, dwindling. So all these catastrophes and crises are hitting a boiling point, and all Jake can care about is a damn concert. Fucking niggas, man. But it is what it is. Like everything's spiritual. We already know, that ultimately the Heavenly Father is give these Israelites up to their own lust, right? And that's just how it goes. But I'm gonna go ahead and go into the word concert here. So you see concert. And it says here 1600s, it says agreement of two or more in design or plan, accord, harmony, right? And then it goes on to say from concertare, I'm pronouncing that correctly. It says bring into agreement, right? So it basically means to bring into agreement, concert, right? So now when you go into that, when you think about that, when I say, it just makes me think about how these people, they don't understand that when they go to a concert, you're basically putting yourself in an agreement and an alignment with these witches and warlocks. Like Drake is just he's a high level warlock, which is just a male witch. And then, the females like Beyonce, this woman called Doja Cat, these are just witches. So here Jake going to a concert, not knowing that you're putting yourself in an agreement, all right, with the plans and designs of these warlocks and witches. And who do they work for? They work for ultimately the bankers, the top elite, okay, of Esau, Edom. All right. So, and they're all witches and warlocks. So I got the 4 precepts we're going to go into, make this straight into the point. But before I get into that, I just wanted to bring out the image for his album cover, which also came out just recently. And as you see here, this thing is supposed to be a dog, is what they say. It's not a dog. All right. Yeah, it's not. This is not a dog. So you see the red eyes. You see these are horns. All right. These are horns. And then you see the body. So this is actually a goat. This is actually the goat of Mendez. All right. Which ultimately is Baphomet. Now, funny enough, look, I'm going to let me get Baphomet real quick. Or I'll type in goat of Mendez. Goat of Mendez, right? So let's just click here, Wikipedia. So the goat of Mendez, right? So it says here, all this. Hold on, let me Baphomet. Same thing here. So as you see here, I'll just quickly read real quick because it's basically what it goes back to, right? It goes back to Baphomet. And as you read here, it says Baphomet is a deity allegedly worshipped by the Knights of Templar that subsequently became incorporated into various occult and Western esoteric traditions. The name Baphomet appeared in a trial transcript for the Inquisition of the Knights Templar starting in 1307. It first came into popular English usage in the 19th century during debate and speculation on the reason for the suppression of the Templars order. Baphomet is a symbol of balance and in various occult and mystical traditions, the origin of which some occultists have attempted to link with Gnostic and Templars. Although occasionally uh, purported to be a deity or a demon, right? It says, since 1856, the name Baphomet has been associated with the Sabbatic goat. Sabbatic goat, right? Image drawn by Eliphaz Levi, but it's probably a small hat, so Levi, right? It says composed of binary elements representing the symbolization of the equilibrium of opposites. All right, that's why, as you see here, he has one hand up and the one hand down, and basically that goes into as above, so below, right? Which is the left hand side version of the prayer that Yahushua gave us, right? The Our Father prayer. So it says, half human and half animal, male and female, good and evil. And then it says, so that's what the goat of Mendez represents, right? Half human, half animal, so bestiality, male and females, and we know about that. That's the the alphabet gang, right? Good and evil. Levi's intention was to symbolize his concept of balance, with Baphomet representing the goal of perfection, of perfect social order. And that's basically what the society is run by. Is run under the ideology and tradition of Baphomet. Ultimately, Satan, spirit Satan. Okay, let's see what it give us here. Oh, you know what? I wanted to actually get a couple pictures real quick, because if you see here, look, this the goat of Mendez, or Baphomet, is associated with children. So I type in goat of Mendez and it gives you Baphomet. So they're the same thing, right? And if we scroll down, let's see if I can find this picture again. Okay, this is a good one. But if you look at the picture here, the goat, and then you have, oh no, that's not the one I want. But this goat is also associated with children. All right. Pedophilia. And let's see here. Okay, let's see. We'll type in with children. Yeah, okay, let's see. So this is Baphomet, right? And as you see, you got two little kids here, two little children, right? So they're coding the symbols on Satan's statue. So you got the two little children, and as above and so below, right? So they're always, they're heavy. These demons, Satan, or I should say Esau, is always incorporating little children in his witchcraft. Because they use them for sacrifices, and they also use them for their blood. That's why you got the term called adrenochrome. So you always see the children, man. That's why. And today, man, who are they after today? They're after the children, right? Well, all this alphabet movement, right? And see, here's another one. Little kids, little children are always associated with Baphomet. So this goat that's on look at this. So this goat, right, that's on the back, that's on the album cover of Drake's album. It's actually a goat. All right, like I said, it's a goat, not a dog. But he says it's a dog because of the album. This is for all the dogs, basically. It's the album. Now that's a goat. Now, funny enough, guess who drew this for him, right? Because this album cover was drawn by his own son. So the goat of Baphomet, also known as the goat of Mendes, it's not a coincidence that when you look at the picture, where you look it up, like I just did, you see the children are associated with Baphomet. And as you see here, I just got this. It's from BET.com. It says Drake uses artwork drawn by his son Adonis, which that Adonis, that name goes into something else as well. Maybe that'll be another lesson. I'll look that name up. But drawn by son Adonis as For All the Dogs album cover. So just showing you, man, these guys, they're high-level witches and warlocks, man. They just have children to give them up, to sacrifice them. They didn't really care about their kids. All right, so let's get a couple precepts here, straight to the point. Let's start off with Micah chapter 2, verse 1. And it says, woe to them that devise iniquity. Actually, I'm going to read this in NLT. So this is Micah chapter 2, verse 1 in NLT. And it says judgment against wealthy oppressors. And he's a wealthy oppressor. All right. It says, what sorrow awaits you who lie awake at night, thinking up evil plans. You rise at dawn and hurry to carry them out, simply because you have the power to do so. And, this obviously starts with Esau, Edom, the top banking families, but they have a structure and this mentality and mindset of, rising up early in the morning to basically do wickedness and have all these evil plans trickles right down to the bottom of the pyramid. At the top of the pyramid, you have the top banking families, and then at the bottom, and as you go down the pyramid, you have your CEOs, your Bill Gates and George Soros and Jeff Bezos, all the way down to the Drakes, Jay-Z's, Beyonce's, LeBron James, all the way down to the average everyday Freemason and average everyday politician. They all follow the same sentiment, because to be a part of the Illuminati, you have what's the word? You have quotas. You have things you have to do. Just like on the right-hand side, man, to be in this truth, all right? If you're really in this truth, like our apostles and the elders on down, what do? We have certain things that we have to do to show forth our faith, to show forth our worship towards Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. So it's the same thing on the left-hand side with these devils all right, and 2/3 of Israel. They have their works and what they have to do to show worship, all right, and their belief in Satan ultimately. So it says, "What sorrow awaits you who lie awake at night, thinking up evil plans? You rise at dawn and hurry to carry them out, simply because you have the power to do so." And you also have to remember these entertainers, man. They're they're seared with a hot iron, all right, with that lust demon for money. And the scriptures say the love of money is the root to all evil. That's all these witches and warlocks care about is money, right? These entertainers, they care about money. So to get more money, to get more fame, to get more status and a higher position in society than they already have, they got to carry out, evil deeds, concerts, sacrifices, and so on and so forth. So let's go from here. Go to Proverbs 4. I'll also get this in an NLT. Let's read 16. Proverbs 4 and 16. And it reads, "For evil people can't sleep until they have done their evil deed for the day." You see? So they're obsessed, man. Their love for money, all right, and their obsession for it and power and all that and the sort, causes them to do more evil deeds to get that power. Because that's what Esau. That's basically Esau's MO. These top banking elites, their MO is to, well, if you want to climb up the ladder, so to speak, you got to do these certain things. They can't rest until they have caused someone to stumble. So you had all these Israelites, all right, going to this concert, this Drake concert. You had them crying at the concert, drugged out, coked out, all kinds of different drugs that are in them. And little they know, man, you're basically being hypnotized, and a high level sorcery is happening to you, man. Drake's a warlock, all right. And then he also brought some other companions, J. Cole and 21 Savage, Little Baby. All these guys are warlocks, man. All right. There's no way they got that status and that money and that power without bending over backwards for Esau Edom, the top banking elites. Okay. Let's go from here. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 11. I'm going to read to 13. Also, I'm going to read this in the NLT. And it reads, so Yahweh will cause them. Let me start at 10. It says, "He will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction." That's what this concert was an evil deception to fool people that are on their way to destruction. You Israelites that are on your way to destruction. All right. It says, because they refuse to love and accept the truth that would save them. Yeah. And a lot of people, this Hebrew Israelite thing of ours, right? The truth is out there, man. It's global. So a lot of Israelites know about it. They've come across videos. They've come across videos. They've come across the name of the Lord, the MOTB, and everything that concerns the truth. And what do they do with it? This majority of Israel scoff at this truth. They watch it for entertainment or listen for entertainment. They don't take it seriously. So it says here, he will use this starting with Esau Edom, the top banking families, all the way down to these entertainers, all right, these 2/3 top entertainers of the world. He will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction, because they refuse to love and accept the truth that would save them. Verse 11, so Yahweh will cause them to be greatly deceived. So guess what the Lord's going to do? He's going to cause all you Israelites that are more focused on mirth, right, and partying and eating and drinking and everything to do with mirth. You're more focused on that than getting right with the Heavenly Father Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai, through His Son Yahweh Shai in this grace period. So Yahweh will cause them to be greatly deceived, and they will believe these lies, ultimately leading up into MOTB, right? Ultimately leading up to the MOTB, these Israelites, all right, the majority of Israel are going to take are going to believe the lies that Esau feeds them, right? And Esau is going to be using all these high-level entertainers, all right, that are Israelites, right? Like Jay-Z, Drake, right? Like Drake, to what? To cause a lot of Israelites to fall and stumble and to ultimately take this MOTB. But the Heavenly Father is the one that put the spirit on these devils to do so, and also Drake to do so, and you 2/3 to do so. You see? So verse 12, it says, then they will be condemned for enjoying evil. And that's what concerts are. All right. What do you do at a concert? You're drugged out, you know. Who knows all the things, you know, that happen backstage, right? All that, it's all full of wickedness, man. Nothing good, all right, nothing of the truth is at a concert, especially a concert with Drake. Okay, it says, they that will be condemned for enjoying evil, then they will be condemned for enjoying evil rather than believing the truth. All right, and that's why, you know, starting with the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone on down, we have a certain mentality towards the majority of Israel, which is we don't give a shit. We don't really care about you. You know, right now, you know, the majority of Israel is bugged out of their mind. And the Most High is going to destroy them. But, you know, they're going to be blessed in the kingdom of heaven because they're still a part of the promises. But right now, as they are, man, they can't enter into the chariots, into the kingdom of heaven, or into salvation. Right? So they're going to have to be destroyed for their sins. All right, for enjoying evil rather than believing the truth. And they're going to come back in their right minds in the kingdom of heaven through the hopeful elect. All right, one more precept. Let's go to Psalms 81. And I'm going to read from 11 to 12, also in the NLT. Psalms 81 and 11, it reads, but no, my people. Oh. Okay, now I'll let me start at 8. Psalms 81 and 8 in the NLT, it says, listen to me, O my people. Right? And the Lord speaks through who? Who's the mouthpiece of the Lord? The prophets. All right, so we're telling you to listen up. So listen to me, O my people, while I give you stern warnings. And that's the spirit that the prophets are going to be in. A stern mentality. Right? Our Lord Yahweh Shai was an all-steering man. All-steering, right, is synonymous with stern, being stern. Okay? Stern warning. O Israel, if you would listen, if you would only listen to me, you must never have a foreign God. And here you are going to a concert, Drake's concert, all right, worshiping a foreign God, putting yourself in an agreement, right? That's what it says. A concert agreement of two or more in design or plan. So you're putting yourself in an agreement with the designs and plans ultimately of Esau Edom, the top banking elites of the world who worship who? Satan. So it says you must never have a foreign God, right? And it says this God is a small g. So guess what? Drake in this world, all right, in this society, he's a God, right? Just like Kobe was a God and the Lord took him out. Michael Jackson was a God and the Lord took him out. Michael Jordan's a God. He's still here. The Lord knows what he's going to do with him. But it says you must never have a foreign God. And these people cried at Drake's concert, man. So they know they worship Drake, man. All right. It says you must not bow down before a false God. For it was I, the Lord Yahweh, your power, who rescued you from the land of Egypt. Open your mouth wide and I will fill it with good things. And that represents this truth, right? This understanding that we have, which is the complete and 100% true understanding of the Bible, right? And ultimately, the only ones that the Lord will fill their mouth with His words of prophecy would be the hopeful elect, starting with 144,000. All right. It says, verse 11, but no, my people wouldn't listen. Israel did not want me around. Yeah. And that's the sentiment that that majority of Israel carries out today. They don't want the Most High around. They don't want to hear anything about destruction coming down the pipe, MOTB, get right with the Lord, or else you're going to be destroyed. They get angry and they scoff at those sayings. All right, so guess what? That means they don't want the Lord around, man. Verse 12. So I let them follow their own stubborn desires. So one thing that majority of people don't understand is that the Most High controls both sides, both good and evil. And you're seeing that what the Most High can do is if you want to keep being a stiff-necked person and stubborn, all right, towards the words of the Lord, which are coming out of his mouth through the prophets, he's going to give you up to your stubborn desires, man. And remember, all his ways are judgment. So once he gives you up to your stubborn desire, guess what? He can judge you based upon what you're doing. Why? Because you were being warned. He sent the prophets out there to give you a stiff warning, a stern warning. So it says, so I let them follow their own stubborn desires, living according to their own ideas. Yep. And that's what the Lord did, man. And that's what the Lord is doing right now. And that's why, a lot of Israelites are gonna die. A lot of Israelites are gonna die because they rather chose wickedness and evil than the truth and to turn back to the Lord through his son Yahushai. All right. So that's it on that. I just want to make this straight to the point. And Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the whole full elect of the nation of Israel. I'm going to close by giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Wakakadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and have taught me this word in truth and sincerity. And peace and mercy to the whole full elect, starting with the 144,000 that also pushing this word in truth, as well as you little amount of sisters that believe. Peace and mercy to you and your household. All right, I'll ball, and Lord willing, to the next live lesson, I say, Kwame Ashala to the whole full elect.